You need to hear this if you're a tech enthusiast who loves experimenting. Whether you're a seasoned IT professional, a student just starting out in the world of computers, or simply someone who loves to tinker with technology, this is for you. Imagine being able to transform your everyday PC into a powerful, flexible, and secure digital playground. One where you can run multiple operating systems, test new software, and even simulate entire networks, all without ever leaving your desk. If you've ever dreamed of building your own home lab, learning cybersecurity hands-on, or just pushing your computer to its limits, then mastering Hyper-V is the key that unlocks all those possibilities. Today, we're diving deep into how you can use Microsoft's Hyper-V to run Windows and servers right on your own PC. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Virtual labs, test environments, or ethical hacking, Hyper-V can handle it all. Think about the possibilities. You can create isolated environments to safely test malware, simulate a multi-server network for learning, or even practice penetration testing without risking your main system. Hyper-V is the Swiss Army knife for anyone who wants to explore, experiment, and learn in the world of IT. It's not just for professionals. Students, hobbyists, and even small business owners can benefit from the power and flexibility that Hyper-V brings to the table. With just a few clicks, you can spin up a new virtual machine, install any operating system you want, and start experimenting right away. No need for expensive hardware or complicated setups. Hyper-V puts the power of enterprise-grade virtualization right at your fingertips. Let's make your PC do more than you thought possible. Hyper-V is Microsoft's built-in tool for virtualization. It's included for free with Windows 10 Pro, Windows 11 Pro, and all the major Windows Server editions. What does that mean for you? It means you don't need to buy any extra software or pay for third-party virtualization tools. Hyper-V is already there, waiting for you to unlock its full potential. With Hyper-V, you can run multiple operating systems at the same time, each in its own secure, isolated environment. Want to try out a new version of Windows without messing up your main system? No problem. Need to test a server configuration before deploying it in production? Easy. Curious about Linux or other operating systems? Hyper-V supports those too. The possibilities are endless, and the only limit is your imagination. That means you can spin up multiple operating systems, like Windows 10, 11, or even Windows Server, right on your desktop, all at the same time. Imagine having a Windows 10 environment for your daily work, a Windows 11 VM to test the latest features, and a Windows Server instance to practice your networking skills, all running on a single machine. You can switch between them instantly, copy files back and forth, and even network them together to simulate real-world scenarios. And it doesn't stop there. Hyper-V also supports a wide range of Linux distributions, so you can experiment with Ubuntu, CentOS, Debian, and more. Whether you're studying for IT certifications, developing software, or just exploring new technologies, Hyper-V gives you the freedom to create, destroy, and rebuild virtual machines as often as you like, with zero risk to your main system. No extra hardware, no extra cost, just pure flexibility. That's the beauty of virtualization. Instead of buying multiple computers or expensive servers, you can do it all on the PC you already own. Hyper-V lets you maximize your hardware investment, turning a single machine into a multi-purpose powerhouse. Whether you're working from home, studying for exams, or running a small business, Hyper-V gives you the tools you need to succeed without breaking the bank. And because it's built into Windows, you get enterprise-grade performance and security right out of the box. No need to worry about compatibility issues or hidden fees. Just enable Hyper-V and you're ready to go. It's perfect for testing new software, learning cybersecurity, or building a safe environment to try things out. Let's say you want to test a new app, but you're not sure if it's safe. With Hyper-V, you can install it in a virtual machine, run it, and see what happens, without risking your main system. If something goes wrong, just delete the VM and start over. It's that simple. For cybersecurity students and professionals, Hyper-V is an essential tool. You can set up vulnerable machines to practice your skills, simulate attacks and defenses, and learn how to respond to real-world threats, all in a controlled, isolated environment. And if you're a developer, Hyper-V lets you test your software on different operating systems and configurations, so you can catch bugs before they reach your users. The flexibility and safety of virtualization make it a must-have for anyone serious about technology. Want to know if your PC can handle it? Just make sure you have Windows 10 or 11 Pro or an equivalent edition that supports Hyper-V. Most modern PCs are more than capable of running virtual machines, but there are a few requirements you'll need to check. First, you need a compatible version of Windows. Home editions don't include Hyper-V, so you'll need Pro, Enterprise, or Education. Next, make sure your processor supports virtualization technology. Most Intel and AMD chips from the last decade do, but it's always good to double-check. Finally, you'll want enough RAM and storage to run your virtual machines smoothly. The more resources you have, the more VMs you can run at once, and the better your experience will be. At least 8 gigs of RAM, though more is always better if you plan to run multiple VMs at once. For basic use, 8 GB will let you run a couple of lightweight virtual machines without any trouble. If you're planning to run resource-intensive operating systems, or if you want to experiment with several VMs at the same time, consider upgrading to 16 GB or even 32 GB of RAM. Storage is also important. Virtual machines can take up a lot of space, especially if you install multiple operating systems or keep snapshots for backup. An SSD is highly recommended for fast performance, but a traditional hard drive will work if that's what you have. The key is to balance your resources so that both your main system and your virtual machines run smoothly, and virtualization turned on in your BIOS. This is a crucial step that many people overlook. Even if your processor supports virtualization, it might be disabled by default in your BIOS or UEFI settings. To enable it, restart your computer and enter the BIOS setup, usually by pressing a key like Del F2 or ESC during boot. Look for an option called Intel VTX, AMD-V, or simply Virtualization Technology, and make sure it's enabled. Save your changes and reboot. Once virtualization is enabled, Windows will be able to use Hyper-V to its full potential. If you skip this step, you might run into errors or find that Hyper-V won't start, so it's worth taking a few minutes to double-check your settings. Enabling Hyper-V is super simple. Just go to Turn Windows Features On or Off, which you can find by searching in the Start menu or Control panel. Scroll down the list until you see Hyper-V. Check the box next to it and make sure both Hyper-V Management Tools and Hyper-V Platform are selected. Click OK, and Windows will install the necessary components. This might take a few minutes depending on your system. Once it's done, you'll be prompted to restart your computer. After the reboot, Hyper-V will be ready to use, and you'll see a new option for Hyper-V Manager in your Start menu. It's a straightforward process, and you don't need any special skills or experience to get started. Check Hyper-V, hit OK, and restart. That's all there is to it. Once your computer restarts, you'll have access to one of the most powerful virtualization platforms available, right from your desktop. No complicated installations, no extra downloads, and no hidden costs. Just a few clicks, and you're ready to start building your own virtual machines. If you ever need to remove Hyper-V, you can simply uncheck the box and restart again. It's that easy. Or run a quick PowerShell command and you're set. For those who prefer the command line, you can enable Hyper-V by opening PowerShell as an administrator and running the command. This does the same thing as the graphical method, but it's faster and more efficient, especially if you're setting up multiple machines or automating your workflow. PowerShell is a powerful tool for IT pros and enthusiasts alike, and learning to use it can save you a lot of time in the long run. Once the command completes, just restart your computer and Hyper-V will be ready to go. From there, open Hyper-V Manager, which is your central hub for creating and managing virtual machines. The interface is clean and intuitive, with all the tools you need to get started. On the left, you'll see a list of your available hosts, usually just your local computer. In the center, you'll find a list of your virtual machines, along with their status, resource usage, and other details. On the right, you'll see a set of actions you can perform, like creating new VMs, importing existing ones, or managing your virtual networks. Hyper-V Manager makes it easy to keep track of all your virtual machines, and you can organize them however you like. Whether you're running a single test VM, or managing a complex lab environment, Hyper-V Manager gives you the control and flexibility you need. Create a new virtual machine, and you'll be guided through a simple wizard that walks you through each step. You'll choose a name for your VM, select the amount of memory and CPU resources to allocate, and configure your virtual hard disk. You can create a new virtual disk, or use an existing one, and you can adjust the size to fit your needs. Next, you'll choose the installation media, usually an ISO file for the operating system you want to install. Hyper-V supports a wide range of options, so you can install Windows, Linux, or even older operating systems if you want to experiment. The wizard makes it easy to customize your VM, and you can always change the settings later if you need to. Point it to a Windows ISO or any other operating system image you want to use. If you don't already have an ISO file, you can download one from the official Microsoft website or from the distribution's official page if you're installing Linux. Make sure you have a valid license for any operating system you install, and always use trusted sources to avoid malware or corrupted files. Once you've selected your ISO, Hyper-V will use it to boot your new virtual machine and start the installation process.